Hello, my name is Giselle Fuentes, and today I will be explaining how to play water polo. Water polo is a sport where you're treading water for basically around 30 minutes while trying to defend and protect the ball while trying to score against your opponents. I've played water polo during my years of high school, and now I currently play at Chaffey College. So if you ask me or come up to me about any questions about water polo, I'll be able to answer you if you have any doubts or questions, or if you're interested. Now, I'll be breaking down the basics of water polo and explaining how the game begins, how teams work, how fouls work, how to handle the ball, and how a winner is determined. Now, first, let's start off by how the game begins. A game of water polo begins by six players on two different teams lining up on opposite sides of the pool deck. Once the teams are lined up on opposite sides of the pool deck, the ref will then place the ball on the middle of the pool. Once the ball is placed in the middle of the pool, the ref will blow their whistle, and once the whistle is blown, the players will then initiate an automatic swim off to when whoever reaches the ball first, it will determine which player or which team is on offense. This will also set the pace of the game and see how the teams play or how well the teams swim. You can determine who's on your team by the color of the caps. The caps will usually be your school colors, and the goalies usually have a different color cap just to differentiate them from the rest of the field players. Now, let's switch on to how to handle the ball and how the shot clock works. So, the shot clock works by when a possession is made or when somebody has a possession of the ball. So when somebody has possession of the ball, the shot clock then is set to 30 seconds. And if the ball is stolen or somebody didn't see the pass, then either the shot clock will reset back to 30 seconds. Whenever there's a new possession, the clock will always set back to 30 seconds. And if there's a foul, the ball will also can get turned over and it will reset to 30 seconds, but we'll get into fouls in the next slide. Now let's get on to handling the ball. We can handle a ball in water polo. Water field players usually handle the ball with only one hand. If you handle the ball with two hands, the ball will usually get turned over automatically, meaning the team will get the ball and they'll have another opportunity to score on you. And the only person who's allowed to touch the ball with two hands in water polo is our goalie. Our goalie is our eyes and ears of the pool. They're basically our hawk, and they're the ones that are able to touch the ball with two hands because they're protecting our cage. And the reason we're only able to touch the ball with one hand is to make the rules and the game fair, just because we don't want a player to hold the ball for majority of the game, and it's not very sportsmanlike, so that's the reason why we do it. Now, now let's talk about fouls. Fouls are important because they can determine the outcome of our game. And the reason I say this is because you can go from winning a game to being tied in the game to losing a game just because of fouls. In water polo, you want to draw fouls because fouls get you goals. Fouls get you to win. Now, you might say fouls is like a dirty way to win, but fouls are important in this game. And we have three types of fouls. We have ordinary foul, major foul, and penalty foul. Now, an ordinary foul draws into in a free throw, and a way a ordinary foul is called is by either a player taking too long to throw or to make a move, or by a player not letting them pass, or either them just attacking a player without them having the ball. That's how you get caught for an ordinary foul. For a major foul, you get caught for something more serious. You're either pulling on their swimsuit, you're kicking them, you're pulling them underwater, or you're touching the ball with two hands underwater, and you're either being aggressive and you get caught for misconduct. All those can result into a major foul. And when you get caught into a major foul, you get excluded from the game. And the amount of times you can get excluded from a game are three times. Once you're excluded from the game three times, you're no longer back in the pool. And for a penalty foul, you are able to score a penalty goal, which allows you to also do kind of like a free throw. But the point is, from a penalty goal, you're still able and have a chance to score a goal, which you don't want because you want to win. But aside from that, a penalty goal can be drawn by the same thing an ordinary goal can be drawn by taking too long or either being in the 5 meter. Now, like we said, we ha our fouls can range from ordinary to brutality fouls, and like I said, we have three fouls. We have ordinary fouls, which result in our free throws, or major fouls, which can exclude our players, and we have in water polo, we have 4 quarters, and our 4 quarters are split into 8 minutes. And we have 2 minute breaks in between each of these 8 minute quarters. And we have a 4 minute halftime break. So each of these quarters are important because each of these quarters give us an opportunity to make goals. And in each of these quarters, once at the end of the game, once the last quarter is finished, all the goals from each of the quarter are going to be added up. Whichever team has the most points is determined the winner. So now that I've explained the basic rules and structure of water polo, I hope that you're able to understand better how to play water polo. Now, I just explained the basics. Water polo goes way more in deeper and more in depth into what I talked today, but this is just a basic understanding so you can understand the game and flow of water polo. For more information, you can visit USA Water Polo. Thank you for watching. Thank you.